Hello everyone, welcome back to Milkshake. I am your host, along with support puppet Mr. Chicken. Yeah! I'm a diagnosed narcissist with antisocial personality disorder. And today we are going to talk about dog whistling. Now, this was brought up to me several months ago or whatever. Somebody asked me, have you ever dog whistled before? And I was like, what the hell is that? And then they told me that it was talking garbage aimed at you, said around others so you can hear it. But if they are confronted, meaning the person who's talking garbage confronted, they can deny that you were the intended target or subject of discussion. I looked it up in the dictionary and, of course, dog training device, and then it has to do with politics. A subtly aimed political message which is intended for and can only be understood by a particular group. So whatever, people love to take terms and turn it into narcissistic shit. New video for me, what the fuck ever. Now, I'm going to kind of expand on this a little bit because to me, something like this is not just done when a group of physical meat sacks are around and you are within earshot, okay? So you can disagree if you want. I don't give a shit because I'm gonna talk about things that I have experienced or I have done that falls under the same definition, okay? All right. Now, on a side note, the psychiatric community and spiritual teachings say or state, if someone is talking about you and you believe it about yourself, you will become defensive. So somebody's talking shit and then, you know, do I feel that way about myself? Is that accurate? And if not, then there is no reason to respond. Now, being upset about a lie and wanting to defend yourself gives power to the third party because the liar is going to deny it. So if there are other people around and you are trying to clear your name or whatever, you are making that third party judge, jury, and prosecutioner. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Why? No, I'm not going to go and run to somebody. No, they're like, fuck it. You know, it's like, believe what you're going to believe. If this person is actually my friend and they know me, the real fucking me, then they'll either know if it's true or a lie. And if this person's my friend, actual friend, I tell them the truth. Now, if it's just a third party, an acquaintance or something, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what this person believes. Okay, let's go on. If there is no third party, the person's going to deny it anyways, and you're never going to get accountability or anything for them lying, and you're never going to know the root cause because we don't even know the root cause. The root cause is not the root. I'm going to get into that. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. All right, so who also does this? The talking shit so you can hear, but you cannot defend yourself out of, they're just gonna deny it. Parents do this to children. I do have an example. My ex-husband and his brother grew up in a military household. And his father very much wanted his sons to follow in his footsteps and join the military, the Marines. And he would always say, within the kid's earshot, how disappointed he is in other people's kids not joining the military and following their father's footsteps. Later, when the boys brought this up to Dad, being adults, the dad denied it. The dad denied ever saying that. Yeah, you did. Okay. He's fucking great, okay? My ex-father-in-law is great, so I'm not shitting on him. But bosses do this to employees in meetings, okay? So if they do not come straight to you and let you know personally, that they're going to make you a lesson for everyone else, okay? Coworkers do this to other coworkers. I have definitely done this. Teachers do this to students in a class. Partners do this to partners. Friends to friends, and siblings to siblings. Now, this doesn't always have to be in a physical group setting. An intended overheard phone call or conversation going in the other room, and they want you to hear it, okay? They're talking shit, not saying your name, but blanketed statements. Sometimes you'll hear these things like, all men, all women, or don't you hate when husbands do this? Or it sucks when you can't even be able to go out and golf without somebody bitching at you. That's, not saying, my wife does this, but he's talking about you, A social media post or video. How many times has somebody posted something about a personal issue that they're having, but they're not coming out and saying exactly what it was? I'm sure that you guys have done this too. I see it done when people are posting narcissism, but they don't say my ex-husband is a narcissist, or they say my boyfriend that I'm dealing with now. Sometimes you don't come straight out and say those things. Sometimes you say, narcissistic people will do this and blah, blah, blah. And you are dog whistling your person, and you want them to see this post, okay? I have also done this when I want to get across a message to somebody, my partner, obviously, and I will say a situation, but I'm not gonna say it's him and I. I'm gonna make it a teaching tool for you, but I wanted him to fucking watch this shit and know that I'm talking about him. I did this fucking a lot. And at the time, I felt fucking justified to do it. Okay? All right. A journal entry that you snoop through. So if your partner knows that you are fucking part of the Scooby gang and you're always digging through their shit or whatever, they might leave something in there about any emotional distress that they're going through, anything that's going to try to manipulate you into changing your behavior, but they're not coming straight out and saying these things. You can also do this as a manipulative tactic, because you're not telling the truth in the journal. You know that the other person's going to read it, so you get to manipulate the fuck out of that goddamn thing. Okay? All right. I'm not saying to do that, but I'm just saying. A message left on their phone intentionally. Now, they're not fucking stupid. People are not that dumb. You tell me, are you? That if you're trying to hide something, that you're not going to erase all of your shit, that you are, if it's found, whatever. And you could be talking about something with, say, you're emotionally dumping with the opposite sex, you're talking about your problems with your partner to the opposite sex, a coworker, she's just my friend. And you're leaving it on your phone knowing that your person can go through it, read it, and get the manipulative message, doubling as triangulation as well. Okay, so the purpose is to shame and devalue you. Why? Why are they doing this? Anger, or they resent you. Punishment for that resentment. They're cowards and can't confront you with an issue. And when I use the word coward, it's, very ugly, but it could also be, fear. Cowards are, they're afraid. So even if you're afraid to confront your partner and you're making posts, you're saying shit under your breath to other people, hoping that they'll fucking hear and get the message, whatever the fuck it is, passive aggressive behavior, that's not dog whistling you, but you're still not confronting them. That's because you are fearful of, you can't fucking communicate, you have shit communication, or you're afraid that they're going to deny. And it doesn't mean, just because of the feelings that you're having, it's not always 100% fact. Feelings aren't always facts. So the person who is doing something to you, it might not have been intended, because I do dumb shit all the fucking time, even though the other part of the time I do stuff intentional. Half the time I don't. That it's not a good time for you because you never know who you're getting. Anyway, all right. Lastly, it's to make you feel small so they feel a sense of power over you. Controlling your emotions. Now, how are you going to combat dog whistling? You are not going to react, and you're going to play dumb. That you didn't hear it. You didn't see it. You didn't witness that post. Nothing at all. If they can't control your emotions, then they lose power over you. A lot of people, they can't stop themselves because they feel weak if they're not throwing it back in their face. And then you're fighting, and some people don't give a fuck. It's like, if you're gonna be talking shit, and I'm gonna bring it to your attention, and don't fucking talk shit. I know what you were doing. I don't give a fuck if you're denying it, but you're just fighting, So it depends on if you want to just keep the peace. You want to see how far they'll go in these manipulations, If you don't want to lose the relationship, you're not going to confront them on anything. And then you're going to do a lot of inner self-searching and be like, why am I feeling insecure? Because that's a me problem. Okay, why am I feeling insecure? Am I feeling jealous over something? Do I really feel that way about myself? Why do I feel like I have to confront? Why am I with somebody who's denying that they're doing shit all the fucking time? So no matter the reason why this is happening, you might want to quit that fucking job. You might want to get better friends. The thing with the friend thing, you say you're wearing red lipstick, and then your friend, another friend, or, one of them saying, a red lipstick is so 1980, but whatever. People probably, just so you can hear it, and like you're taking a shit in the stall and they're out fucking doing their makeup and stuff, and then walk away. Stuff like that. So yeah. Every relationship that you get into is a learning tool for you. Everyone, from your parents to your last partner, Everyone is a lesson for you to self-reflect on yourself. So look at it that way instead of, you know, everyone's shit and blah, because whatever energy that you are giving out, you're going to get more of it. Okay, so it's better to learn from it than be stuck in the shit with it. Okay, so if I'm trying to do that too. I always say that shit. But I also just want to leave you with this. I'm reading a book on trauma bonds. It's not about relationships only. It's about people who are in wars and they're trauma bonded with the war. Like when men in Vietnam would be, all they could do is couldn't wait to get out of the war. And then when they're out of the war, they couldn't wait to go back. So it goes, you know, over a whole bunch of stuff, not just relationships. But it does talk about why we identify with abusive people as well, and we become abusers as well. And when you're able to open your eyes to these things, like say you do some of this stuff, now you're aware of it. So then you get to stop it. Even with looking into your shadow self, when you see the shadow things that you do, that's when you're like, oh, okay. And then you can do better. Okay, so don't think that I'm shitting all over you. It's, you know, we're trying to awaken here as a collective. All right. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Namaste.